Let's face it, calculus can be confusing. You may struggle with derivatives, integrals, and simple algebra. Just look at this puppy here. The question states that the function f is defined on the closed interval from -5 to 4. The graph of f consists of 3 line segments and is shown in the figure here. Just look at it. It tells you to let g be the function defined by g of x equals -3 to x ft dt. For this, you need Uncle B. Let's see how beneficial having Mr. Brunty can truly be. Just listen to this testimony of someone using Uncle Brunty's knowledge to solve part A, which is find g of 3.
Well, when first looking at this problem, I just knew I couldn't do it on my own. I needed something and Uncle Brunty was the solution. I plugged in 3 for x on the integral, which indicated that I had to look at the graph from -3 to 3. Then using calculus, I found the area of the 3 different triangles using 1/2 base times the height. The height of the triangle from -3 to 0 is 4, and the base is 3. 4 times 3 is 12, and then multiply that by 1/2 to get 6. The height of the triangle from 0 to 2 is 4, and the base is 2. 4 times 2 is 8, and then multiply that by 1/2 to get 4. The height of the triangle from 2 to 3, and the base is 1. Multiply the base times the height to get 2, then multiply that by 1/2 to get 1. However, since the triangle is below the x-axis, the area becomes -1. Finally, to conclude the problem, I added all of the areas together in the equation, 6 plus 4 minus 1 to get 9. I wouldn't have been able to do this problem without Mr. Brunty.
Now, hear from somebody who claims Uncle Brunty saved their grade.
Looking at part B, which asks which open intervals contain a -5 to 4, is the graph of g both increasing and concave down. Give a reason for your answer. I didn't even know where to begin with this problem. I had to find something to help me or I wouldn't graduate. So I reached out to Mr. Brunty. First, I drew my graph like this. To figure out which parts on graph G would be increasing, I had to find the parts on graph F that are positive, which is from interval -5 to 2. To find where graph G would be concave down, I had to find the parts on graph F that are decreasing, which is on intervals -5 to -3 and 0 to 4. Therefore, graph G is increasing and concave down on intervals -5 to -3 and 0 to 2. If you all want to pass, then you should get Uncle Brunty too.
Such a touching story, but we're not done yet. Here's more real-life experiences with Uncle B changing lives.
Part C stated that the function is defined by h of x equals g of x over 5x. Find h prime of 3. Uncle B taught me that when deriving a fraction, the quotient rule must be used. The quotient rule is low d high minus high d low over the square of low. We both go stars. Therefore, take the low, 5x, times the derivative of the high, g prime of x, minus the high, g of x, times the derivative of the low, 5, over the square of the low, 5x squared. Then you have to plug in 3 for every x in the equation so that it looks like this. You can simplify this down so that it becomes 15g prime of 3 minus 5g of 3 over 225. G prime of 3 is -2 and g of 3 is 9. Therefore, you get this equation and it simplifies down to -1/3.
Last but not least, we have someone who didn't think Uncle B would help them, but their opinion quickly changed.
Well, you see, I was totally against the Mr. Brunty fad. I mean, I didn't think he could actually help me in any way, but then I was told to solve part D. I had no idea what I was doing, so I gave in to peer pressure and got an Uncle Brunty, and I had the problem solved in no time. The question stated that the function p is defined by p of x plus f of x squared minus x. Find the slope of the line tangent of the graph where x equals -1. First, Mr. Brunty helped me find the p prime of x, so it equals f prime of x squared minus x times 2x minus 1. And then he told me to plug in -1 into the equation so that the p prime of -1 equals the f prime of 2 times -3, and then it's -2 because it's the derivative, and then times -3 equals 6.
Now, after hearing all these touching stories, don't you want an Uncle Brunty too? Just call 1-800-UNCLE-B1 today. It's an easy payment of taking AP Calculus, studying, and an hour with Uncle Brunty a day. Don't let calculus drag you down. Don't struggle through your senior year. Call now!
Bubble butt,